Hey everybody, Ostraminator here once again. Well, for once my computer isn't complaining. Camera. For once my camera isn't complaining about low light. Isn't that great, guys? But anyway, moving on. You guys can't see it anyway. But anyway, moving on today, I've got Darkseid. I just picked him up this weekend, actually, at the Red Barn Flea Market, one of my personal favorite flea markets. And so far I've seen one review of him on YouTube, and that's enough for me to make one. I would have reviewed him anyway. And I've got a bunch of other stuff I really need to get around to. Like, I still got a couple He-Man figures that I've got, a new Star Wars thing, and what else? Oh, a couple new Star Wars things, and bunch more other stuff. But moving on with this, so be on the lookout for those videos. Moving on then, you got Darkseid here. He's from, I've got no clue what line, wave, whatever this guy's from. He might be DC Universe, very early DC Universe, maybe pre-DC Universe, but he fits in pretty good with the scale of them. Like, here's Indigo Lantern Atom for size comparison, and he fits in pretty good. He's definitely a lot bulkier than them. He's taller than all of them, except for Anti-Monitor, but that's understandable. He's huge. But he fits in really good with the DC Universe figures. I wish I had a Superman from this line. Not the one without the red underwear, but the actual Superman. Can't believe they think they can have Superman without the red underwear. It's stupid. That's a review for another day, though. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, never mind. Moving on, then. Detail. Sure. I mean, you don't have to put a heck of a lot of detail into a Darkseid figure. His arms have all these cracks and such on them, but you can't see them because my camera can't pick them up. His head sculpt is awesome, but you can't see that. And the most detail, I think, is on his feet there. Beautifully sculpted circuit board-like patterns, but you can't see it because the stupid light isn't working very well. There we go. There we go. Now I'm complaining about low light instead of my camera. But, moving on. Like I said, there's not a lot you can do with a Darkseid figure. Just a rock guy in, like, a skirt with some boots and gloves. I don't know. There's not a lot you can do with him. From what I've seen, though, of in terms of where this guy comes from, I've seen pictures of the Build-A-Figure Darkseid for the DC Universe, and he looks very, very similar to this one. He's got the same, like, fist and then an open hand, and the boots are exactly the same. The belt looks very similar, so I'm unsure, but I think it might be a repaint or maybe a retool, so, you know, the arms will come off and then you can put them together. And he was released single-carded, the Darkseid from the DC Universe Build-A-Figure, which looks, or Collect and Connect, that's Marvel Build-A-Figure. Chance, don't get the names wrong. I don't care. But Build-A-Figure was actually released, or Collect and Connect was actually released on a single card. I've got no clue when, but I think it was before he was an actual Build-A-Figure Collect and Connect. I don't care, guys. Go down in the comments and say, Chance, stop calling them Build-A-Figure, start calling them Collect and Connects. I don't care. For those of you who have a life, don't care. Whatever. Moving on, I haven't talked about the toy. Well, I've talked about it, but I haven't talked about this particular toy. Got him at a flea market, $2. Is that a steal or what? He's got a bunch of paint chips, like there's some on his head there's a little bit on his belt, but very, very minor. There's a big one right behind his arm, but you're never going to see that. And there's his butt, I guess. Sure. But, J2004. Does that mean he was made in January of 2004? Maybe July? I don't know. Made in China. Trademark. And DC Comics, of course. You know, DC Comics, Detective Comics. Not redundant at all. But moving on with the figure, he's great. He goes in great scale with DC Universe figures, like I said, because I think he is I think he is before then, and then they turned this one into Build-A-Figure. The Build-A-Figure is actually Collect and Connect. Is actually a lot different in color to him, because he's all blue. These pieces are blue instead of like navy or black or whatever they are. Here, my shorts are like black, and yeah, he's definitely black. But it's enough of me blabbling on about this guy. If you know what wave he's from, just send it down there. But like I said, he's got one hand open and one hand closed, so you can like stick it on his side and just sort of have him ponder of the anti-life equation, where it could be. You know, I always thought that maybe he had a mother box that would go in this hand. Maybe. I don't know. Would be cool, though. I don't... From what I've seen on the internet, I don't think he came with anything. But it would have been kind of cool to have something to stick in his hand. And a mother box would have worked nice. But I'm blabbling on some more. One thing I find funny is that his boots come up like this, and when you bend his knee, look at how awkward that looks. There's a big hole there. These things are like all come up here. There's like half his leg has been chopped off, and the part of the boots replaced it, and there's a big clump right there in the middle. It just looks so weird. So don't you ever bend this guy's knees, whatever you do. Speaking of articulation, the head is on a ball joint. Get him up looking a little bit up. Yeah, pretty good down, left and right, and no sideways, no back and forward or anything. The arms will go, well, yeah, that far out, and that far in, and rotate upwards and downwards, and rotate here, bend at the elbow, rotate at the fist, rotate at the waist, but it does have a tendency to stick. And this part is a separate piece right here, the skirt. That's a separate piece. This is actually part of him. The border around his head is part of him. What is this anyway? Tell me. Put that down in the comments section. Legs will go out and in and out, whatever. But they don't get a lot of range of motion from the skirt, and they can go forward. They can go forward and backward, but again, with the skirt, it really hinders them. It doesn't bend at the knee. Does not bend at the knee, because that's your result there. And pivots at the foot, in and out. Like I addressed with the Lex Luthor figure, the feet are on this angle, but it's nowhere near as bad as Lex Luthor, and you're going to want to have Darkseid's legs spread out a little bit more than, like, hey guys, I'm Darkseid, and I'm gonna, like, Omega Beam you and stuff. No, you gotta, like, have him like that. But, I don't know what else to say. Oh, there we go. Next Superman movie, he should be in it. Not Lex Luthor, not General Zod for the 10th millionth time, Darkseid, or Doomsday, or Brainiac, or Parasite, or Metallo, or Livewire, or Mr. Mixel-Plicklet, or Bizarro. I could go on all... well, maybe not. I could think of some more, but I'm not going to. But give us some different villains, please. And if you do, I will do a Superman review. Just for you guys, if you make a villain that isn't General Zod or Lex Luthor. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you next time.